America. Yeah, y'all see him, and he's back. What's up, Doc? I'm Jesha Miller. I'm a part of the Constitution's checks and balances for the impeachment of the President of the United States, Donald Trump. I'm in the game. They trying to evade this. The media has evaded this. But in a government for the people, by the people, and of the people, we have power. So me being a part of this, let me show you right here the checks and balances. Without the system of the checks and balances, there will be a constant struggle between the President, Congress, and the Supreme Court. It's a natural that each part of the government would try to expand its powers. But in this case of the checks and balances, the legislative checks the executive check the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court checks the President. Now, in this is what happens when all three of those are corrupt. There is one law in the system of the checks and balances, is the law that allows citizens. I am a citizen. Not only am I a citizen, tell them bugs, I'm a veteran. Y'all see them stars and stripes on that United States Air Force? Yeah, we fly guys, and I'm in. That's right, I'm a part of this impeachment of the President of the United States, proving that all three are corrupt. Now, as I said, when you find this part of the checks and balances prevents Congress from abusing its power by making unjust laws. This power given to the people is currently being exercised in many states. The system of the checks and balances is a fundamental part of our government that they're trying to evade. Now, first of all, I'm a part of the Constitution checks and balances. The President took oath of office to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. Now, with the Constitution checks and balances, this is major. This is high crime. And I'm going to show you right here. I'm in as the petitioner. Here you go. Petition for action. See, I'm talking it and I'm walking it. And I'm backing it up with the documents to prove that what I'm saying is the truth. And these documents are devastating. How devastating they are, major. When an entire branch of government is corrupt, that requires the checks and balances. As you see, I'm the petitioner. Petition for action with President Trump, of which y'all ain't seen or heard or none of this because it's being concealed. When you have the media knowing this is major. What's major is violation of the 13th Amendment. What's major is continued oppression. Oppression to the point of the magnitude they owe me $3,141,000,000. I have a status quo. My status quo means this exists. And as you see, this petition for action exists. You see this. The reference, all have refused and failed in their duties and must be held responsible for the oath of office and refusing to honor the Constitution checks and balances. The Constitution checks and balances upholds the entire judicial branch of government. I'm in. I'm a part of this. The petition for action, conspiracy to deny rights and oppression, Title 18, Section 241. These are criminal acts. Okay, so how big am I? Okay, the President violates his oath of office. That's obstruction of justice. for the criminal acts by the United States Supreme Court, government cover-up that the 13th Amendment has been violated. All y'all black people pay great attention, get some action, get some heart, Bugs. Show them where the heart is, huh? Show them where that heart is, Bugs. That's right. It takes a veteran to do this. I took an oath to defend our Constitution of the United States. All veterans stand up. All students, you need to be on the front line. That's right. Now, here we go. I'm going to show you this right here. This right here shows that the president violates his oath of office. Now, not only is the president, now you go to your senators, and in this case, as you can see, United States Senate. And as you can see, this is from Todd Young's office. And this is given to Todd Young, so I'm going to read it to United States Senator Todd Young. That's right. I, Jesha Miller, am the petitioner of the Constitution Checks and Balances, requiring you to take this to the floor of the Senate. They work for us. I call for him. I'm empowered now, too. Don't forget, I'm empowered. They got to face me. I can prove that all three branches are corrupt. So why the media cover this? Checks and balances to be introduced to Congress, and I need to give an appointment to the Treasury, so I maintain my status quo with a net worth of $3,141 million owed for the judicial branch imposing slavery and continued oppression, refusing to pay. And as I said, they refuse to pay. Here we go right here. Yes, sir. To the Department of the Treasury. And that is Stephen Mnuchin. That's Stephen Mnuchin that it went to. And this is registered mail. See, registered number, baby. That's right, registered mail. So he certainly got this. Now, he refused to pay. He was appointed by President Trump. Okay? Now, that is obstruction of justice because we have imposed slavery in violation of the 13th Amendment, prohibited. That's a violation of the law right there. This stuff, what they talking about, Trump talking to somebody else, we're talking about the basic principles of our Constitution of the United States. All citizens pay attention to this. All citizens stand up on this because we must all be patriotic. We must be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And I, Jesha Miller, represent we the people. They talking about what they here right here is the president's indictment. You see those seals? Feel the seal so that he can feel the steel. Sitting down in a prison doing time. That's right, doing time for obstruction of justice and continued oppression. Because it started at $50 million. That's right. And starting at $50 million already, that is the president's indictment, of which is in the office of also Larry Bouchard. Another representative been called to take this to the floor of the House. Todd Young refused to take it to the floor of the Senate. This right here is high crimes because it's organized crimes, whereas the prosecutors have covered this up. Now, I'm going to show you real quick. I said the reason why they're covering it up, the United States Supreme Court. Now, here this is calling for my immediate release from being illegally imprisoned. There it is right there. That's right. And for, they received it. That's right. The United States Supreme Court. Now, the petitioner is entitled to injunctive relief for my immediate release from illegal imprisonment with reparations from judgment of the proceedings in the Indiana Vandenberg Circuit County Court that was so lawless that imprisonment pursuant to them is void. That was void. And therefore, res judicata, that means the previous judgment is inapplicable in a habeas corpus proceeding. Imprisonment cannot be shown to conform with the fundamental requirements of due process. That's obstruction of justice by the President of the United States right there. And if you think that it was an accident or something right there, okay, it is not an accident when this occurs twice. I'm in the game. I'm supposed to be on Capitol Hill. There be no impeachment or nothing. Everything I got right here calls for his impeachment. That's right. So check this out. Once again, what we got right there? That's right. Received February 22nd by the United States Supreme Court. Oh, you know. That's their seal. That's what I'm talking about. Backing it up. I'm talking this. I'm supposed to be on Capitol Hill. I'm supposed to be a billionaire. This is large. This is history. Now, so right there, we have that the United States Supreme Court did this twice. Petitioner requires judiciary to account for a man's imprisonment. The judiciary are the justices of the Supreme Court, which must review and give judgment affirming or reversing the conviction. Because remember what I told you before, res judicata, that previous judgment does not count. Tell them, Bugs, we own the one, and then write my name. That's right. Now, with the checks and balances, that was Watergate. That means this is worldwide, the global affair. That means everybody gets to see this right here. I'm empowered by the Constitution, checks and balances, proving the entire government is corrupt, requiring the Constitution checks and balances when the entire branch is corrupt. That's how it's supposed to go. The entire branch is corrupt. Now, as I said, the checks and balances requiring that they be checked. President Trump refused to honor that so they can conceal it. That's again a federal crime under Title 18, 1001. That's right. And then he's also indicted under Title 18, Section 241. That is conspiracy to deny rights and continued oppression. So, once again, I just showed you. Backing it up. Now, what we're getting off into is Mr. Senator Tom Tillis. You dig? Oh, y'all? Yeah. I'm backing it up. I'm backing it up. That's right. I ain't just talking this. This ain't just this is the real deal. This is history. I'm the first citizen, less known black, to use the Constitution checks and balances to hold Congress accountable. Now, Congress, as well as the president, are obligated mandatorily by law. We need to say anything else because morally, yeah, but by law. So those are the two reasons why they had to address this, but they evaded. Now you look in here, the petition checks and balances. This was September 11th, 2019. Oh, Mr. Tom Tillis, it's time for you to go. That's what I'm saying right here. Yeah, and then we got this indictment, and y'all really ready for the show shocker? Shell struck. Yeah, struck by lightning. That's right. It ain't just the presidents that's leaving office. The list of indictments includes President Donald Trump, U.S. Secretary of the Treasury Steve Mnuchin, as you saw. He received his, yes right, he received his registered mail and ain't paid. You dig? Indiana Vandenberg County Judge David Kiley, he is the principal involved in this. Now, Federal Judge Richard Young, he covered for his buddy. It's right there off from Indiana. Then you got Judge Tanya Pratt. Now, what they do is deny the right to freedom of the press. Now, that's our right. That's every citizen of government, other people, by the people, and for the people. I'm in the game because they have denied the rights of freedom of speech press. Because this is national news, it has to be national news. This is major. The checks and balances was Watergate. That's how big it is. That's right. So, check that out right there. That's the PBS, Public Broadcasting Station. That's right. President Trump has finished, commenced Trump's impeachment checkmate. That's checkmate. Game is over, been over. But they cheating. They concealing this from the public. They still imposing slavery. Oh, somebody wake up. Then, at the same time, y'all white people, this for y'all. They've been denying y'all also right to freedom of the press. Because their deal was that they had total decision as to what they would air. So if they didn't want to air yours, or if it was violating the government, see, our government is supposed to expose this, but they ain't did that. Now, who's running PBS? Check that out. Yeah, Judy Woodruff. That's right. It's time for her to go, and she is a part and will be indicted for denying the rights, concealing government cover-up crime. And like I said, PBS's mission. PBS empowers individuals, that will be me, to achieve their potential and strengthen the social. Now, this is for everybody. The checks and balances stop inequality. Oh, it ain't the NBA, the NFL, and all y'all supposed to have these things out to do that. No, this is how it's actually really done. The Constitution's checks and balances. Now, I'm the petitioner of the checks and balances impeaching the president. I got to be a part of this. I'm the one that got the real deal on why he's supposed to be impeached. He's impeached for obstruction of justice, continued oppression. Oh, and don't forget organized crime, where the prosecutors covered for the judges when they was called to indict them. That's right. I got all of this. Backing it up. That's backing it up. That's right. You see what I'm saying right here. Now, that was to the news hour. This, y'all gotta see this. That's right. It's already been filed in the court, and the media ain't covered it. That's right. So I'm a part of this. I'm in the game. I have a status quo. My status quo socially is I have a net worth. A net worth. That's what you get. That's the money in the hand. That's a bird in the hand. Not two in the bush, but in the hand. I need my money in my hand. Oh yeah, and I know the TJ Maxx. Yeah. Cause I'm looking out. They gave 40 acres in the mood, as I said before. But I'm passing out 50 stacks. You have to cough up on that. 50 stacks change a man's life. That's what I do. I represent a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now, I want y'all to get a good look at that too. Because what they're doing in concealing this, here's the checks and balances, empower the citizens. And I'm that one. I'm telling you right now, I'm in the game. These are the real reasons for the impeachment of the president. And what they was concealing was that United States Supreme Court imposed slavery, which is prohibited, a government cover-up. They don't want to see me, oh yeah, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, concealed this. She's in the indictment. That's the way it goes right here. And, as I said before, now, there's to the Treasury. I'm Jesha Miller, petitioner of the Constitution, checks about that. Empower me to prove that the entire judicial branch of government, it's got to be proven. The truth must come to light. Got to be done like that. What is this? If it ain't a court and it ain't, you concealing the truth, as I said. Now, everybody listen. I'm owed this money by the rule of law. That means That's my money legally. Everything's authentic. Backing it up. That's right. And that's why the checks and balances are absolutely necessary. The checks and balances are a fundamental part. The checks and balances are an essential part. The checks and balances are mandatory by law, and they trying to hide this. That's right. Get me to Capitol Hill right now. I ain't supposed to be a billionaire. I ain't supposed to be having to go to work every day. That's right. I hire people. That's right. I change the life of people. Like I was telling you, some of the people need hip surgeries. That's $100,000. I'm breaking bread with we the people. I represent we the people. And I'm changing the oppression, the culture of oppression in America, because once again, get this straight, it stops inequality, stops social injustice, and stops police brutality, because the courts control the police, and then they will be held accountable, and they won't be doing what they do. I'm telling you, if they was held accountable, they ain't shooting people like they shoot people. I'm trying to tell you what's up. Now, there your boy Todd Young, I'm telling you, there it is. Take this to the floor. This September the 11th. Now, this November the 12th, 2019, he ain't done nothing, because they have no intentions of doing anything. Crooked. They gotta go to jail. They violated Title 18 section here. Senator Tom Tillis. Once again, there we go. He was called. Talked to him on the phone, talked to his assistant. He's coming right now. I'm going to give it to him right now. Tom Tillis ain't done nothing. I'm telling you why Tom Tillis ain't done nothing. He's a part of it. It's called the Maryland Doctrine of Exclusion, where this what I'm doing right here, they don't want to do no confrontations. How you going to be no confrontation when this is the government, other people, tell them Bugs, by the people, and for the people, and Bugs, tell them you got stripes. Bugs, put them stripes on them, boy. Hey, on the real deal, like I'm telling you, I'm backing all of this up. There you got the seal, and oh, the media are charged. That's channel 44. Oh, that's channel 14. That's channel 25. The media have to be charged for violating our right to freedom of the press. And as I say, this whole right here is, this is for global. Watergate is global. That's around the world, worldwide. France, England, Australia, oh, China, Japan, oh yeah, we get it all around. Mexico, every Mexicans, please. Every Mexican stand up on this right here. Trump didn't want the war to keep y'all out. Y'all was here first, I know that. But what they ain't recognizing in the history books is, oh yeah, I must let it go. We was here when Christopher Columbus got here. When I say we was here, you see I'm a black man. Shocked and amazed, I'm trying to tell you what it is. So, the checks and balances are essential, crucial to uphold the integrity of the Constitution. Now, you go to the FBIRay.blogspot.com. Yo, check this out. I got Christopher Wray. I said the entire judicial branch. He's the FBI director. I said all of them. I'm backing it up. When I said William Barr. That's right. Go to commence Trump's impeachment.blogspot.com, and you will see that William Barr did not uphold the integrity of the Constitution's checks and balances. They got to be checked. That's what they're concealing. That's their criminal charges. And refusing to honor the checks and balances. Then see the United States Supreme Court, that's right. So United States Supreme Court refused to concede to be checked. Oh, those are our charges. No, that's the end of that right there. We're still obligated both morally and by law, so the whole government must acknowledge the checks and balances. That's right. Congress must acknowledge me. I'm coming to Capitol Hill. I gotta be on Capitol Hill. That's right. It's me against him. How easy is that? That's right, Bugs. Tell him, baby. Top of the world. Round the world, her shot round the world. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So, the magnitude, the major, the red light zone. the right to freedom. Congress can't evade, so the people got time for y'all to party in the streets. New York to California, England, France, Germany, Japan, China, and Iraq. That's right. It's a party tonight. That's right. People rocking around the world because it's a showdown. It's simple. The truth must be told. And that's our time for the president's impeachment and the checks and balances. They gotta be checked. They had to be checked, and that's what they was concealing. Constitution be demanded they be checked. The fundamental part of the Constitution, oath of office by the president. Hey, I'm the one that's got them. They just playing. That's the game they playing. These are high crimes, major crimes. That's right. Congress obligates. Like I said, President Trump was indicted. He already been indicted. What? I ain't playing. And guess what? That's right. Filed. And I'm gonna show you how quick they are. The U.S. Marshal Service did not serve him. They arrested every one of y'all, though. I'm telling you, you can be arrested. Whatever you do, you get arrested. But now, Donald Washington is the director of Black Man, and he will not, because he was appointed by President Trump. You see where I'm taking this? They're in cahoots. They all got to be locked up. I'm telling you, this is history right here. Never thought it was going to come out like this, but once again, a veteran and Bugs. Bugs, yeah. I got them all, that's right. That's right. Oh, come on back. Burke Miller. Oh, yeah. That's Mr. Young's legislative correspondent. Reference to the checks and balance petition by Jesha Miller to be taken to the floor of the Senate by Senator Todd Young, whom is my senator in Indiana, and write a letter for appointment to the Treasury Department, whom owes Jesha Miller $3,141,000,000. Oh yeah, that's right. Money involved. It's always corruption when there's money involved. Now, what they do before I get up out of here, violating the code of ethics. They got no ethics. So they criminals. These are criminals. Let you see that. To Burke Miller. He didn't do it. I don't care if he worked for the senator or not. When there's corruption involved, you step to the side, speak up, or adios. Code of ethics for government service. Put loyalty to the highest moral principles in the country above loyalty to persons, party, or government department. What you just seen right here is everybody involved is appointed by President Trump. And then you got Congress covering it up so they continue the oppression of black people, of ethnic people, Mexicans, Chinese, whoever. Because what they want is white supremacy. Uphold the Constitution, laws, and legal regulations of the United States and all governments therein, and never be a party to their evasion. Never be a party to the evasion? Well, hold on. Oh, no. Senator Tom Tillis, you didn't tell nobody you're being a party to the evasion, violating, I know it said right there, the Code of Ethics. That's right, y'all put that on freeze mode, baby. Look it up and go over it real good. Because last one it said, expose corruption wherever discovered. Senator Todd Young, you didn't do that. You didn't take it to the floor, and neither did you get my appointment with the Treasury Department so I can come in there and collect my money. That's right. This is all history. First one to use checks and balances. First one with evidence that the entire judicial branch of government is corrupt, including the United States Supreme Court. That in itself requires that they be checked. I'm in the game. I'm the one that got the real deal. Me and Bugs be there, man. Holla back. And, yeah, family and friends, and most definitely shout out to my niece, Latoya Miller, is going through some health problems right now. I need money for my health. My family needs money for their health. People need to be broken off. And I'm the representative of we the people, and I'm ready to break them off if bitches stacks of warp. Oh, they all know who they are. Check them out, like I said. Congress. I'm on Capitol Hill. Media give me my national exposure, and that's worldwide. Global news. Good night, and I ain't went nowhere. Off the Cronkite. Yeah. That's real journalism. This is real right here, too. Holla back.